There was a biodome built in Arizona. You may remember that. A biodome, the perfect environment. I forget just how big it was. It was big, a couple acres, and there were going to be 10 people living in it for 2 years, like as long as it would take us to colonize Mars or something. I don't remember the specifics. What I do remember is they engineered this biodome perfectly. They figured out exactly what to grow so that the inhabitants of the biodome could eat what they grow, and that their output, their biological waste could be recycled, and there was a perfect temperature, and they were going to be able to live for years in this biodome as an experiment. But it turned out it didn't work. The environment collapsed within a year. And that was because they had forgotten to factor in the power of storms. That all of the grasses and the trees they had planted needed to be disturbed by storms periodically in order to grow, to prune themselves, to dig down deeper into the ground and survive. That in a place where there was no storms, and it was the perfect temperature all the time, life could not succeed. I tell you this because I want to address the elephant in this room today and everywhere that people are gathering these last few months in particular. There is an element of uncertainty and fear and a kind of dread about what's going to happen next, what's going to get closed next, what's going to get changed next. And there's a very real thing happening here in South Texas. We are in the middle of an extreme drought. And I don't know about you, but I've noticed several times in the last week when I went outdoors in the middle of the afternoon under the bright blue, white, hot sky that we usually don't see until August. And this is March. And there hasn't been rain. And my yard is a dust bed. And my neighbor's yard is a dust bed because we don't water our yards. It's a natural landscape. That's what it is. And the natural landscape here in South Texas now is scary dry. And we know this as animals, as mammals, somehow back there we registered this information. We know too that the climate's getting hotter. The birds know this, the trees know this, the butterflies know this. They are migrating in different patterns. They are responding to the change in climate. And there's something in our bodies that notices that it's changing. And there's something in us that is collectively wanting to contract in response to the changes, because that's what we humans do. We hunker down. We are a very vulnerable species on the planet. We don't have long, sharp claws. We don't have long, sharp teeth. We don't have tough, hairy skin. We are naked, toothless, clawless. We've been getting guy on our brains to outsmart all the other species, but guess what? At some level, we know and feel our vulnerability. And that's not bad. It's not bad, unless it stays unconscious and controls our life. If we, as conscious, thinking, loving beings, can open up to that place in us that wants to respond to the key fear in the community, that it hears multiplied and magnified on the media and on our cell phones, and in conversations, we say it to each other privately. What's going to happen? But collectively, we tend not to talk about it. We tend to want to just smile and pretend and not go underneath to a place of opening and facing and embracing the change. Can't do anything about the changes. Can't do anything about what's happening in Washington, no matter how we'd like to. What we can control is our reaction to the actions that are happening in the world. And it's easy to forget that when you're dealing with it by yourself, which is why it's so important to gather with others, whether it's in a dyad called a couple relationship, or in a small neighborhood community, or in a group like this on Sunday morning. We gather to affirm and remind each other, you are not alone. Amen. And I am not alone. And you are bigger than fear, and I am bigger than fear. And you and I both have a choice at every single junction or in our life to choose love, to choose fear, to expand or contract. You know this, you heard this before. Maybe your therapist told you, maybe you heard it in a 12-step group, probably you heard it here in Celebration Circle a time or two. I keep talking about it for 33 years in county because I keep forgetting it. I keep wanting to be reminded. So this morning I'm going to invite you to do some simple movement with me. At some level, this is an ancient set of movements based on a Sufi tradition. Here in the United States, it has been popularized by a group called the Universal Dances of Peace. It's a group out of New Mexico, followers of Pir Inayat Khan, modern Sufis. But it's a series of chants and simple movements. And ideally, we'd be out in a big field, no encumbrances. But we're not. We're here, and we've got chairs, and we've got space limitations. So what I'm going to invite those of you who feel are willing and able to stand around the perimeter of the room. About half of us need to stand around the perimeter of the room. And the other half can stay where you are and kind of make yourself comfortable. Now, we're going to be standing and moving in a very, what I call dancing. It's really just simply swaying. You can stay seated. You can certainly do this dance sitting still in a chair and doing it from the inside out. There is no right way, no wrong way. Now, some of you who've gone to the perimeter need to come into the inner. Basically, you need room to stretch your arms out without hitting anybody, poking anybody in the eye. That's the game. Don't poke nobody. These are dances of peace, not violence. Okay? And now take just a moment. Go ahead. Oh, wait a second. No slow. Take a moment to just find yourself. And know that you're safe, that you can't be hurt. You can't do this wrong. You can't embarrass yourself because nobody in the room knows what they're doing any more than you. And at the same time, feel yourself connected to the source of all that is, that knows exactly what you're doing right now, and in the office tomorrow, and in conversation with your neighbor yesterday. There is a wisdom. It's not a Catholic wisdom or a Protestant wisdom or a Jewish wisdom or a Muslim wisdom. It is a universal wisdom that we are accessing and moving with, and surrendering our cares to with a simple body prayer. Is a secret space within the stars and all the galaxies run through your hands like bees. Ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh. That's a chant. We'll repeat it several times. Don't worry about doing it right. But here are some hand movements I invite you to do with me. Holding your hands in front of your heart with palms together in a prayerful pose. And again, this is an invitation. Feel free to sit down and have a nap. It'll be over in 15 minutes. And if you choose to participate, hands in front of your heart. There is secret space within. And reach your arms out to the sky. The stars and all the galaxies. And raining with your fingers. Run through your hands like beads. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la, ah, la, ooh. And ideally you turn as you sing ooh, ah, la to the three of the four directions, clockwise. So to your right, singing ooh, ah, la, again, ooh, ah, la, and the third time, ooh, ah, la, ooh, and bring it back to the center to the fourth direction. There is a secret place within the stars and all the galaxies. Run through your hands like bees. Turn. Ooh, ah, la, turn. Ooh, ah, la, turn. Ooh, ah, la, turn back to center. Now take a moment to feel any care you might have, any concern about climate change or politics or a diagnosis your loved one has been given by a doctor. Take a concern and place it in your heart and feel your willingness to give it up to all that is, where the stars run through your hands like bees. Together, there is a secret place within the stars and all the galaxies. Run through your hands like bees. Turn. Ooh, ah, la, turn. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la, Now I'm going to take it up one step. If you're willing, this is again, it's an invitation. You don't need to do it. You can do it by yourself, or you can do it facing someone next to you. Look at someone and maintain eye contact and remind them there is a secret space within where the stars and all the galaxies run through your hands like bees. So to yourself or to someone near you, we sing. There is a secret place within the stars and all the galaxies. Run through your hands like bees. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. Take it up one more notch. Find a different person. If you haven't done it yet, consider doing it anyway. Looking at someone while singing this. A total stranger? Yes. Sing the truth to the total stranger as together you hold your concerns in your heart and give them over to something larger than you. Together. There is a secret place within the stars and all the galaxies. Run through your hands like bees. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. One last time we sing. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la. Ooh, ah, la, ooh. Hold eye contact with the other person or yourself for just 1 second, and then a second longer, and then simply come back to center. everybody now in a big circle around the room. Everybody, one big circle. Hold hands or don't hold hands. It's up to you for now. Now this is a little tricky, but again, you don't have to know how to do this. You just have to pay attention to the fact that you're connected to other people. This is one big circle, so how you move affects everyone. The song is very simply, we are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the weavers, we are the web. And what we're going to do is we're going to step as far out as you can without bumping into anything. Okay, to start. And we're going to move toward the center of the circle, however far you can, until you bump into somebody or something. Without bumping into somebody or something. And then move back out. We're going to pulse together as we are the flow.
We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind.
Sing it to yourself.
We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind.
We are the flow. We are the air.
We are the weavers. We are the wind.
See if you can do it without consciously moving your arms. Feel your arms being moved by the group energy.
Oh yeah.
It's not you moving your arms.
true.
It is the free flow of the organic organism which you are a part of, which is always true in all situations, all locations, but particularly true here now in the circle. Feel yourself reminded. We are the flow.
We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are the wind. We are the flow. We are the air. We are the weavers. We are
Simply feeling the hand to the left of you and the hand to the right of you, or if you're sitting by yourself, feel that there are hands of spirit, of the infinite mind, of the divine light. Call it what you wish, the goddess, God. Something somehow is holding your hand, your heart, your being. You are not alone.
Amen.
You are connected to the whole.
Yes.
And the whole is specifically evolved to survive and thrive under all conditions. It is the magnificent gift of being human on this planet Earth, that we are part of a long, long, long chain of life evolving to live and thrive under all circumstances. Feel the absolute faith and truth and power in knowing that life is conspiring for your highest good under all circumstances, no matter how it may feel or how it may look or who you are with. You are connected to the all and the everything, and it is conspiring for your highest good. open to that awareness, to that possibility. Now. And now. And now. And now. And now won't you invite someone else into the circle in consciousness? Perhaps someone you love dearly. Perhaps someone who's been challenging you, making you feel upset. Invite someone into the circle of love and connection and consciousness, of which is this moment. And know that only good will come. And then invite someone else, perhaps someone you know, perhaps a total stranger living across the street that you've been meeting to meet, haven't gotten around to yet. Bring that person or persons into the circle now. And now extend your consciousness, if you will, to all beings, known and unknown. Feel yourself connected to all of life. Connected by the very air we breathe, the ground we stand on, this good Mother Earth. Feel yourself blessing and blessed, as together we affirm, we are one. Together,
We are one.
may you, may we, may all beings be blessed by our willingness to remember and affirm together. And so it is.